my co-host.
B-Shark!
Oh my, you know what time it is? It happened last week, but it didn't happen a lot.
What happened last week?
I just got out the hospital, the betting picks. It was tumultuous. It was not the favorite because this preseason really freaking sucks. I don't understand them, but we're going to learn. We're right on their trail.
You'll be all right.
That's all right, because you can bet on the Patriot ring, the diamond ring, and all the bling bling things. But this week, it's going down. It is week 3, and we came to get down. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this show with all your friends from TikTok to YouTube. We're going to give you all the hugs and kisses and everything else to the missus because the Sharkmoney Show needs all the support it can. So let's get rich.
Oh, let's go. Let's win some money this week, T-Shark.
First up, on Sunday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't know what you're doing, but the money's going down and we're going canoeing, because this is how we're going to be gently rowing our boat down the stream. First up is the Chicago Bears, and I do mean that's why we're rowing boats, because the Bears are out there. They're flying on in to the Indianapolis Colts. Well, guess what, Indy? It seems like you need to win an Emmy for how do we win to lose a game so dramatically. I don't understand. 2 weeks in a row, I'm going to give you the best part of the script, because Indy with the AR5, you better let loose, bro. Don't listen to the coach. Listen to me, okay? Because the Sharks going to let you eat. First of all, they're laughing at you, but I'm going to take you over AR-15 and AR-5. Went over in the passing yards for the quarterback. I don't care what yards it says on your app. Just go ahead and hit the over for the AR-5. But Mr. Khalid, well, let me tell you, Mr. Khalid, you didn't look too good. You're not looking too hot. You're looking like a rookie, and that's all you got. You understand? This is going to be very hard for you. But the minus 1.5 goes to Indy. And Indy, you're going to take them out. It's indoor. It's a blowout. A 1.5. It's time to show out. B, who you get?
I'm with you there, T-Shark. I'm with you on these Colts. This is a tough way to go the first couple weeks, man. But here we go, T-Shark. The pendulum always swings the other way. This is going to be our week, baby. And it's going to start here with the Colts. They've been between a point and a half. And listen, for whatever reason, the NFL has not been kind to USC quarterbacks, and we're seeing that right now in Chicago. Not very productive. I do like the Colts coming off a couple tough losses, coming back home, get it together here on the turf. Shane Steichen, a very, very smart coach. His record does not show his real intelligence. He's got a great quarterback. He's got a good quarterback, a real athlete in Richardson, man. And I think this is one where the quarterback will put the Colts on his shoulders one way or the other. It may not be pretty, but the Colts are going to get out of here with a cover. They're going to cover that point and a half, and get out of here with a win this week to start off week 3 in the NFL with the Sharkmoney Show.
Well, I love it, and you like it, and you're going to take it. Now, you might be wondering, what's on his head? What is he doing?
Chef.
Well, let me let you know. Chef Foufouy is in the building, and if you don't know, let rice cook. If you leave the fire on, the pot's going to boil. You turn off the fire, you understand? And let rice cook. So I'm going to keep on cooking. And with the next pick, you know what time it is. The hook's in. It's going down. It's Philadelphia. Is that how the Eagles sound? Because they sound ba-bang. It doesn't mean nothing to me, but it's the Philadelphia Screaming Eagles against the N.O. And I mean, it means no in New Orleans. And it's the New Orleans Saints with Mr. Carr. They ain't driving no damn trucks. They driving cars down in New Orleans, and they driving nothing but the finest. This guy's turning out pretty hot. I'm going to put my $50 million bling on it. No diddy. I'm telling you right now, it's going down. Philadelphia with Hurts. Well, the decision making on the other side of this ball is looking kind of ill. It's not looking all together. It's a minus 2.5, and I told you about that quarter. If the team is above average and they come in and they're sitting at home with this favorite, and the way that these guys is looking, it's looking kind of bad for the Philadelphia Eagles. But take the over for Jalen Hurts in the rushing yards, because they're going to keep using Jalen Hurts. And you can go ahead and take the over in passing yards for Mr. Carr, because Mr. Carr is going to slice and dice whatever defenders are. There ain't none. There is none. Take the New Orleans Saints for for the win. With the 2.5 before the blowout, the show out, because the decision making is not there with the Philadelphia Eagles, and there's a better I gotta eat. B, who you get?
Now, come on, T-Shark. You know, every time I see these 2.5 points, the first thing I'm thinking is, let's tease that up to 8.5. This would be a great teaser play. Not this time around. There's actually a few 2.5s out here on the board this week. I am not touching those in terms of teasers. I'm going to give you one teaser pick, but this one is not it. I do not feel good. I wore my 5-star Eagles shirt for that 5-star mess from last week, and I'm going to tell you what. The New Orleans Saints, everybody's up on them right now because they've set a fourth all-time in points scored through 2 weeks. Guess what? The last week of the season last year, they also scored north of 40 points. The last 3 games this offense has played, they've gone north of 40 points. And I'll tell you what, I've seen really nothing out of the Eagles defense. Now, they won at Green Bay, but there's still 29 points on the board. And then what happened last week in terms of that defensive collapse? Man, they like to play 2 high safeties in Philadelphia. Alvin Kamara is going to eat that up.
Indeed.
Alvin Kamara already eats the Eagles up. And if you're playing 2 high safeties instead of a single high safety, Alvin Kamara is going to eat and eat and eat. The Superdome is one of the most difficult places to go on the road and play. The Saints are hot right now, man. I love me the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
I do not feel good about this game. I think they're actually going to really take a whooping this week, T-Shark. So this 2.5 points for me. I wouldn't even take the Birds with 8.5 points this week. So suffice to say, I'm on the Saints with 2.5. I bet you could get a little colorful with some of the alternative spreads and see how much you think the Saints are going to beat the Eagles by. You might be onto something, but I hope I'm wrong. But I'm going to tell you what, I see nothing out of this Eagles defense that tells me they're going to stop that wagon right now. That is the New Orleans Saints, man, especially coming home and having that crowd behind them. This is going to be a tough day. That's going to be a tough day for the Eagles.
It's not going to be Primavera, and get your drummers ready for the Death March, because it's going to be played right after this
Cajun
day.
cooking down
That's
there,
what I'm
T-Shark,
talking
man.
about. Now, on my next pick is what I'm cooking up. And I mean, I keep on cooking because I got to be looking good. And there's never no lack, but there's a little bit of lack in the season. And in this next game, it's the L.A. Chargers against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I mean, they've been stealing some wins, dominating and doing whatever they're creating with the smokes and mirrors, and I ain't hating. It's just something out there, and that guy don't look like Peyton. He's just not up to par right now. But Herbert Sherbert, yes, your favorite dessert, sitting on the back of the ice cream truck, and no one wants to take a scoop. They all want the vanilla and the chocolate ice cream, but no one wants Sherbert. What's the problem? Well, I'm seeing it right now. Your coach is glad he got the hell out of Michigan before they shut it down, and he brought a stealing thieving wings right on up in here with the LA with that lack, and he's gonna get charged up. You actually look really good. Your team looks great, and as a bettor and as a shark, I gotta eat. It's the -3 that I'm looking at Pittsburgh that's being favored sitting at home, and I'm looking at Fields getting over in his rushing yards. Go ahead and bet that. Take Fields and over in the rushing yards, and go ahead and take Sherbert for the under in passing yards if the Pittsburgh defense shows up like I know they will. So take the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I mean forget everything else. Don't worry about it. You can still drink off the top shelf. Fields will win this game hands down, or it's Coach Thomas's name in this game. Big who you got?
Pittsburgh defense, what? Yeah, I tell you what, T-Shark, this is my pick of the week. This is my game of the week, the one that I felt most confident and most comfortable in. And you know what? It's been a week, it's been a season so far of trying to think about the opposite. The first 2 weeks didn't go so great here, and I'm trying to adjust my thinking. And one of the things I always like to do is fade the Chargers. Well, not this week. I'm actually going to play the Chargers, and then we'll talk about that play here and why. So first off, this is one of the lowest totals I've seen in a long time. 34.5 points right now is the over-under on this game. That is low. But it's low for a reason. Both teams like to run the football. The formula with Justin Fields, he's going to throw dink and dunk, like 3-yard passes. He's going to throw 4 or 5 times, maybe the Pickens downfield a little bit. But this is a clock running, slow drive moving type of game, low scoring game. both sides, and it's going to be a tight one in the end. So this line it's now up to 3, but it's been sitting at 2.5. And when I played it was a 2.5. This was my teaser of the week. Chargers up to 8.5. When you have a game that's a 34-point total, and you're going to take one side getting 8.5 points, that feels really, really good. So I do like the Chargers' chances. The Steelers aren't going to blow anybody out. I don't care if they're home or away. So I'm teasing the Chargers up to 8.5 points. There's a teaser on Monday night that I'll give you as well. But if you don't like that, the one game we're not going to talk about where I feel pretty good just about a straight money line bet, and you can throw this in on your teaser play if you wanted to, is the Browns over the Giants. The Browns are at home. Daniel Jones does not do well under pressure. You're going to see Myles Garrett in the backfield 24/7 that game. And I do not see the New York Giants, who I think are tanking the season anyway. Yes. I do not see them fare well going into Cleveland this week. I think it's a 6.5 point spread. So just taking that straight money line on the Browns feels pretty good. You can match it with the Chargers plus 8.5, or you can mix and match your teaser bets. I got another one for you later on. But there you go, Chargers plus 8.5 on the road in Pittsburgh. And by the way, one of the things Harbaugh did this week that I kind of like, which is also why I feel pretty good about the Chargers, rather than flying back to the West Coast, he kept everybody out for a little team bonding on the East Coast. I think they actually stayed in North Carolina, something like that, little team bonding, everybody feeling good, a little bit of camaraderie and things like that up into Pittsburgh. Man, I like it. I see them covering with 8.5 points.
The only thing in Pittsburgh for them to bond with is them steel planes, okay? There ain't no other thing but workers out there. You understand? Keep it going. But on my next pick, and I do mean, let's see this go down twice. It's the GBs, are you with me? Let me hear you holler and say, oh yeah. Because the illest man is Mr. Willis, man. And Mr. Willis was handing the ball off for his damn life that Green Bay wound up winning that game last week. But it's the GBs flying on in to the Tennessee Titans. And boy, when I say they was drunk off the moonshine against the Jets, they was drunk off the moonshine. Boy, how you wound up losing the spread like that? Y'all gave a little gander, but let me tell you, there was some propaganda that I have to recap on your behind. Mr. Levi Levis, let me tell you, you need to go ahead and fit them jeans a little bit tighter around your waist, because let me tell you, that right there throwing the ball going to the ground was nothing but idiocy at its finest. And if this is what's leading me to put my money on the table, I'm telling you now, I'm going to be kind of hesitant. With the minus 2.5 going to Tennessee, I don't believe these fools gave them a 2.5 against Smoke and Mirror GB. It's going to happen one way or another. This is not an above average team, so this law does not apply. So you must let it fly and let the GBs fly all over your behind, because you're drunk as a skunk, and you all stink. You need to be tested, because y'all not think with no sense. And that goes for you too, coach. You too, you allowing this mess going on, passing on. B, who you got?
No more cheese for you, T-Shark. You're eating too much cheese right now. Listen, the Tennessee Titans through the first 2 weeks, how unbelievable. Two punt blocks and two, like, just baffling, mind-blowing, heckin' bamboozling plays by your friend Willie Jeans and his nacho love. Willie Jeans, what is going on in Tennessee, man? Those decisions you are making are costing your team, who otherwise is playing a pretty good game, it's costing the game. All right? Now, 2.5 points again. When I see 2.5 points, T-Shark, I'm like, ooh, that Green Bay teaser. Nope. They hand the ball off 53 times last week in Green Bay. They hand the ball off 53 times in Green Bay last week to eke out that win at home. And everybody's like, oh, I guess Malik Willis can play. No, Malik Willis was handing the ball off 53 times they ran the football, right? This is not going to happen on the road in Tennessee against a better defense than what they just faced, okay? And one of the things the Titans have shown the ability to do is get out, score some points. And I'll tell you, if Green Bay has to play catch-up in this game, they are not built to do that. Hand the ball off 53 times. So, and I'm just at the point where, listen, man, because I'd already fired the special teams coach. This is not a high school special teams. This is the NFL. It looks like a high school squad out there when they're trying to protect the punter. If this happens, man, I'd already fire him. But this cannot happen for a third week in a row. And Willie Jeans, look at me. Willie, look at me. focus, okay? You ain't Brett Favre, you ain't Mike Vick, you're not none of this, okay? Just focus. Do play your game. Play your mayonnaise game. Put your mayonnaise in your coffee, put your mayonnaise on the bread, have yourself a mayonnaise sandwich, bread sandwich, whatever you need to do to get this stuff right. But I actually am going right back to the well with Tennessee this week. I had them covering the 2.5 points. I'm not playing that Green Bay team. There's no shot of that. No shot. I feel like the Titans are going to get off. I feel like they're going to get off this team. We're gonna go at it this week, T-Sean. We got to diverge at some point, man. But this is a Titans week. They're finally going to get it right. They're going to protect the punter. And Willie Jeans ain't going to be doing stupid stuff like he's known to do in the first 2 weeks. It just can't happen a third week in a row. And if it doesn't happen a third week in a row, the Titans get out of here with at least a field goal win.
Oh, Levi Levis, Willie Jeans, and you need to get your name straight because we ain't putting no respect on it. And the bottom line is this: I don't believe in he proceeds, okay? This is what we got, a little partner the ways of Shark. But
my name is Grandmaster Quiet Town. You enter into battle 3 of weeks of entering into the NSL. Let's go, my first pick. This Chi is very strong. I'm going in with the Panthers versus the Raiders. They're going into deadly battles. That was the Raiders for the first battle. My second pick. Going into the Dragons Lair, searching for gold. We got the 49ers versus the Rams. We're going in with the deadly style. That was the 49ers for my second pick. Third pick. Going in with the squeeze the panda juice out of a bamboo stick. We got the Chiefs versus the Falcons. They're going in with the deadliest style. That was the Chiefs for the third battle. That has been all my battles. Now, my name is Grandmaster Quiet.
in our next pick, let me get right to it. In the next venture, and let me tell you, it's the MIA. Some Dolphins are swimming along the coast, and guess where they're going? They went all around America to get to the back end to go to Seattle. And this Dolphins in Seattle is the Miami Dolphins against the Seattle Seahawks that doesn't exist once again. I don't know who came up with that name, but it's all the same game because guess what? It's going to be kind of hard for the Dolphins not to see, blue diamonds and pink clovers and everything else that goes with the imagination and a purple bark. Okay, in this game, because it's looking kind of sick. It's the Seattle Seahawks with the minus 4.5, and I'm telling you now, as a Shark, I'm telling you, I'm swimming in the blood in this game, because when a team is favored with a 4.5, and they got definitely a decent offense, they got a shutdown, lockdown defense. Watch them this year. It's going down. You can go ahead and believe, but take Geno's Fried Chicken passing yards for the over. Because Geno's is open, guys. We thought they had closed down, but they moved over to Seattle, and they keep the chicken frying. So, and if they keep it frying, you know who I'll pick? It's the Seattle Seahawks with Barney at the helm that's going to make you see and perceive this win with a minus 4.5 B.
I don't like playing backup quarterbacks, man. So, this one to me is Seattle or pass. I'm not going heavy on it, but I feel like Flippers heading to the Northwest going to swim in some colder waters this week. Without their quarterback under center. Skylar Thompson going to step up, have himself a nice little opportunity. Seattle, not an easy place to play football either on the road. You got the Seahawks coming off a win. Now, it wasn't pretty in New England, but they got it done. A win is a win in the NFL. You move on, you come back home, and you try to build on that momentum. And you've got a team that's just a little bit reeling right now. The Miami Dolphins is coming off a 31-10 loss there to the Bills, and they lost to a man. I think my man probably has seen his last days, man. Like, take care of your health first and foremost, Tua. You know, that brain is a special part of who you are, man. No more injuries for Tua. Everybody, let's pray real quick. But I think, you know, the Dolphins, speaking in prayers, man, the Dolphins, I don't think they have much of a prayer this week to get in and win that football game out there in Seattle, man. Gino's Fried Chicken open for business. I think you're going to see a heavy dose of DK Metcalf and whatnot. Maybe a couple touchdowns out of DK this week. And if I have to go with a side on that, I'm going to go with the Seahawks, cover that 4.5.
That's what I'm talking about. And take the over with Mozart with the rushing yards. That's the only shining light that these Dolphins are going to see in the depths of the murky waters of the blood and crud. It's gloom and doom. But for our next pick, it ain't that easy. When I'm telling you now, this next pick is for desperational measures. Somebody's going to get fired. And I'm telling you now, and there's going to be a new hire. I'm telling you now, and I'm telling you then, way past then, it's lights out. It's the Baltimore Ravens, and they misbehaving. They definitely are. They haven't won nothing. And they looking like, no, they won't be a chance. They just took a little loss last year. That's all. That's a hiccup in the road. Guess what? The hiccup wound up being the size 12 of your behind, and it's still in your throat. Okay? Because you ain't won nothing against the Dallas, and I mean Dallas. Now put you in the Paralysis number 11. Is that Paralysis Parsons? Is that the guy? His name is number 11 Paralysis. Because this guy hits hard, he comes at you hard, and as a better I see, he fills up the gap. So there ain't gonna be no dang running game for the Baltimore. But wait a minute, there's Mr. Henry. Oh, Henry! Chopping down that tree. It's the minus 1.5 going to the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not saying nothing else other than putting more money in your pocket. Take the Baltimore Ravens for the loss. Oh my gosh. I just turned over. I had to, because of what I'm seeing. Mr. Parsons, I like what you're putting down. Confusion, I like what the Dallas Cowboys are doing. And although I don't like it, this is a business move. And yeah, he didn't know it. That's why he's looking crazy as hell right now. Take the Baltimore Ravens. Go ahead and take the over in rushing yards for Mr. Lamar, the superstar. And they're going to show up because guess what? If they don't win this game, Mr. Hardball is going to play hardball in front of the bench talking to the owner why he got to keep his job.
Now wait, are you on the couch? Because you said take the Baltimore Ravens now. Where am I?
Listen, I was cooking in the kitchen and the seasoning didn't have it.
Yeah, okay.
The seasoning didn't have it.
So can you tell me what your pick is, T-Shark?
It is the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, Dallas Cowboys.
If you say it,
Plus,
you're happy.
I wanted to say it because you said both last time. So I'm just trying to get my score straight on what's going on. Now,
come on.
All right, listen, man. You know, that Dallas defense got torched at home. Ended a 16-game winning streak there. At home, man, that was a tough sled, man.
Tough.
And but you know, Baltimore. Last week, man, my cards were loaded with Baltimore. Everywhere you could look, everywhere you could possibly look is Baltimore. Oh, Baltimore in this parlay, Baltimore in that, Baltimore. And I sat there and watched them blow a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. What? And I'll tell you what, Derrick Henry doesn't have as much gas in the tank. Doesn't have as much, like, maybe a little long in the tooth or something after. Back in my day when I used to run, I run my fools over. It's not happening. It's not happening anymore. So Dallas with a 1.5. What I'm going to tell you to do here, and I'm going to surprise you too, T-Shot, because I'm going to turn two. I'm going to tell you to use this 1.5 as a teaser play. Take them to 7.5. If you like the Chargers pick at 8.5 as much as I do, and you enjoy betting the Cowboys, you can take the Cowboys to 7.5 points off the Ravens. You can take the Cowboys to 7.5 points at home against the Ravens and pair them up with the Cleveland Browns at home against the Giants. And then there's another game on Monday night that's a nice little teaser bet too. Now, I don't play the Cowboys. Now, full disclosure.
Indeed.
You don't see the Cowboys on B-Shark betting.
No, you
very
don't.
much. Because, look at the shirt.
Look at that.
I have a problem. Like, I can't even draft. I play fantasy football. I can't even draft Dallas Cowboys players, all right? So I have a little bit of a bias. I don't like to root for them in any fashion, so I won't do that. But I will say, I'm not going to play this game. But if I did play this game, I'll put a 7.5 on Dallas at home against a struggling Ravens team. What have they done?
They haven't done nothing.
Besides
squat. Hardball is over for you. Your brother came in and took your shine in San Diego or Los Angeles or whatever you want to say where they're from. But the Chargers are charged up with another hardball.
You gotta get
Okay?
Lamar. You gotta get Lamar back on the Reading Rainbow.
He don't
you gotta
believe.
Get, gotta get that PBS
He
going.
don't believe in what he's
The
reading.
Reading Rainbow.
All day. But here we go.
Read the playbook, Lamar.
It is the Jerry, and it's not yet going to be done because it's the whipped cream pick on this Sunday night. That's right, this Sunday night is going to be incredible because I'm telling you now, the Super Bowl champions are in the building. And when I'm telling you in the building, I'm telling you now, let me pull my money out. It's a 10-down. Wow, how you like me now? I just stirred it on up, cooked it on up, and there it appeared. There's some money on this game. I'm telling you, it's the Kansas City Chiefs that's coming in to see the Atlanta stinking Falcons. Okay, and this is the first time I said it. I call them bandits, they underhanded. And they were bandits last week, wasn't they?
Stole that
they
game.
Stole that game.
Stole that game.
Stick them up. But the ATL bandits are not there. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, and I mean, you gotta believe that with the -3 that's favored, Mahomes is gonna have over in passing yards. So you can go ahead and take Mr. Mahomes on that. But on the ATL side, my favorite cousin. Oh, cousin, you not know what I told you. But now you beat my team. You beat the Eagles. Now you definitely are not my favorite cousin anymore. But you're going to take the under in passing yards for our unfavorite cousin because he ain't going to be passing up and down on that defense. That Super Bowl quality #1 defense, and you're going to have a problem all day out of it. This ain't fool's gold. This is the whole thing, okay? Take the Kansas City Chiefs, and I do believe on Sunday night, whatever you perceive, the 10th wow is on it. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Put your house up, bitch. Who you got?
I'm with you on this one, and I would actually try and get these guys at 3 right now before something tells me that by the time this closes, it's probably going to go to 3.5. It's kind of what it feels like because I feel like there's going to be a lot of Chiefs money coming in on that 3, and so I think the Falcons, those books might start giving out 3.5 to try and bring it back a little bit. I like to play against 3.5 a whole lot, so getting it at 3 is exactly what I would recommend doing at this point. Now, like, Kirk Cousins is a statue. Like, and you watch, and hey man, Kirk Cousins on the road was 4-12 in prime time as up to last week. Now my man is 5-12, but that's still not good. Okay, like he had all the chains and stuff, I'm sure, coming home from Philly last week. You know, prime time Kirk getting after it. But let's just say, like, more times than not, in fact, 12 times out of 17, he has lost in prime time. And he's coming off a win, coming off a feel-good kind of situation, but this also makes it a short week for Kirk Cousins. He was on Monday night. They got one less day. You got the Chiefs coming in. These are the Super Bowl champions. And the difference between the talent on the Chiefs defense and the talent on the Eagles defense is night and day right now. And the coaching, not that Vic Fangio is a bad coach or a bad coordinator, but Spags got it going on.
Spags got it.
Spags knows how to use KC. Spags knows how to scheme against every team in the NFL. And Kirk Cousins is literally a statue. He's standing back there. He don't move around. You have Chris Jones. Chris Jones is going to be wreaking havoc in the backfield, I think. And you got, like, you know, indoor game, you got turf. You know, Mahomes is going to be doing his thing. It's a primetime game. Who you gonna play? Mahomes in prime time or Kirk Cousins in prime time? Give me the Chiefs.
You make the call.
Give me the Chiefs minus the 3.
Y'all. Now here we go with the cherry on top. Don't stop. This Monday night. Yeah, you see it behind us. You know what time it is. It's going down. We're rubbing our chops, whatever we're doing. But there's 2 double hitters on Monday, so we only get to choose one. So let's go for the guarantee. All right. We ain't gonna mess with the Bills. Let's go straight on into the CNN. Yes, the informers. The guys who had information on Diddy, they got something on them, okay?
Diddy made the show. Oh my goodness, man. I'm out.
Hey, it's a Cincinnati.
No freak-offs on the Sharkmoney Show.
No. It's a Cincinnati Bengals situation here. They the CINs. They the ones that's telling all the information. And they sit at home with a -7.5. And Joe Burrow was just looking not too thorough, a little upset. I think he about to smack somebody in the back of their neck. It's looking crazy for him. But the Cincinnati Bengals, they need a win. And guess who's coming in? It's I command you. It's the Washington No Commanders. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you, Stacy, I'm talking to you. Get up off the couch. You know who I'm talking about. get your Washington Commanders. Get them up, get your pom-poms ready, drink your fruit, sit on your porch like you used to and play the replay again and be safe. Ain't no way, ain't no how now brown cow. And I do put it on top of this. When I'm minus 7.5, and as much as I don't like 7, Daisy, I don't like the Washington Commanders either. It's going down. Take the Joe Burrow Express, the best one that can do it. And please, can you just get a win? Because this should be a dead guarantee on Monday night against the Washington rookie quarterback, no faith having, whatever they are. I don't even know what they're going to do. But take Burrow over in the passing yards and get some more money and grab a clue. Until then, that Monday, you can go sleep at halftime. The game will be over. I don't know why we even playing this, but get your money. Big who you got.
Now, for the longest time, since the very first time I seen this dude on TV, T-Shark, I cannot stand Dan Quinn. That stupid baseball hat on backwards all day, every day. Still on the sidelines, the head coach. Baseball hat on backwards. Come on, man. You the head coach, man. I cannot stand Dan Quinn. This is the 7.5. Dan Quinn, you know where you are. You're in the jungle, baby, and you're gonna die. 7.5 points spread. Listen, that is a prime-time Monday night teaser bet. Take the Bengals for 7.5 points all the way down to 4.5. Bengals minus 4.5. Match it with the Chargers if you want. Match it with the Browns money line if you want. And if you like rooting for the Cowboys, you can go ahead and give the Cowboys 7.5 points and play with that one a little bit. But in no way, shape, or form. And now here's the good news. Here's some good news for you Bengals and Bengals Nation, Bengals fans, Jungle Nation. 5 of the last 6 seasons, teams started 0-2. We're familiar territory. We've been here before. And for the most part, the Bengals pick it up, get going. Joe Burrow is going to get going here. Eventually, it's not as bad as it looks in Cincinnati. And this team coming in is a patsy, man.
Indeed.
They got a quarterback that can run around and stuff like that. That dude ain't gonna last the whole season. Mark the word. I don't think he's gonna make it halfway through the season the way he's running around getting cracked on the Commander side. Dan Quinn gonna get him killed. He's gonna get him killed. And I think this week on Monday night we're gonna see Joe Burrow actually get this thing done.
Yes.
Bengals get out with a win. Bengals minus 1.5. Big Shark out.
Big Shark, I'm glad you could conclude everything we said because it's going down all up in the kitchen. You see the
Wrong about the Titans, baby.
Jeff,
Roll, brother.
I will take that seasoning out the pot. I don't need to cook with that. But you're gonna let rice cook, turn off the flame and walk away and watch it fluff up and look so beautiful. Because this is what it is. If you like what we're putting down and what we're cooking, do you smell that? Yes, we did it right. Because this week is going to be out of sight. I guarantee you, probably 5 to 7. Right.
You know I like that brown rice. You know I like that brown rice.
Yes. Oh, well, let that cook too. Extra 15 minutes for you. But until next week 4, we have in store a Labrador that's going to sniff out all the wickets. Bring your dog. Okay? Bring them all because the wolf pack will be in the house. All right? Until next week.